talk a little bit about what to look for in a good market. Here are some key indicators that market is a healthy market. You want to think about job growth. Are new businesses moving into that market? More job means more people relocating and more people looking for houses. Right? So along with that, you also want to look at population growth. A growing population puts upward pressure on rent and value. What this is going to mean is that your property value is going to keep increasing. School quality. Highly rated school attracts more families, and this will also increase property demand and stability. And you have to think about crime rate. Safer areas attract better tenants, and that also supports higher property value. You're starting to hear a trend, right? You want to shoot for higher property value over time because that's why we invest in real estate. We want those property values to be going up. The next thing I want you to think about is future developments, new shopping centers, public transport, hospitals, entertainment hub. All of this signals long-term appreciation potential. The last thing I want you to assess here is rental demand. Look at vacancy rates. What are the average days on the market? And also assess rent trends to see if the properties are leasing quickly and they are leasing at a good rate, right? And you will also use that rate to determine whether or not the price will be worth it. So now that you understand what to look for in a good market, let's talk about how to research a market. There are many different tools that you can use to research the market. Some of the tools that I've personally used, use these tools to research your target area. City websites and local news. Check the infrastructure, any projects that are incoming and any economic initiatives. A lot of investors tend to overlook this aspect of the research. They quickly run into Zillow, Redfin, realtors, but they don't take the time to actually try to understand, well, what is that city doing? What are some aspects of the city government? Because let me tell you, it makes a big difference. If your city has some big infrastructure project coming in, this could be good or bad for that property you're about to buy, right? If for some reason they are going to put a big railway close to the property you're about to buy in about 5 to 10 years, it might be good for you. However, in the near future, it might be challenging. It's up to you to understand all of those dynamics so you can make the right decision for you. So once you've taken some time to do some local research with what's happening in local city government, now we move on to Zillow, Redfin, and Realtor. This is where you study property price, trends, rental comps, right? And different neighborhood stats. Really take your time. I have built a whole spreadsheet for mine where I will go in there and I will begin to look at what are the prices like in that area, right? What are the buy prices? What are the sell prices? How has it trended? Have property values gone up? Have they gone down? I also look at rent prices. What are the trends? Take the time to really do a deep dive of all of these different numbers. Another tool that I use regularly is Rentometer. And I'm actually going to one of these days do a tool of the trades tutorial for Rentometer. I like this tool because it analyzes current rental rates for similar properties. This for me is one of the best way for somebody who isn't a realtor to get comps that also look professional. I have a property with the Section 8 tenant on it, and I use Rentometer every single year to send them a detailed professional report of comps that are undeniable. I was able to take my property from $1,500 all the way to $2,000 a month in a period of about 2 months because I used Rentometer to show them that, hey, other properties in the area go for $2,100. I am actually below the rate that I am requesting. They did not bat an eye and they gave me my rate increase. Another really great tool for you to use is BiggerPockets. One of my favorite, even though I know things are changing there a little bit, but they continue to be a favorite of mine in terms of connecting with other real estate investors and also your local REI meetups. Do not sleep on networking. Real estate or any business is about connection with people face to face. Online is not enough, my friend. You need to be making those connections both online and offline. So you want to learn from investors who have already operated in that area. Start to look for investors you will personally connect with, investors who will be willing to maybe bring you under their wings and teach you. But I want to make something very clear. You are not going to stop taking action if you don't have a mentor. You will keep going, you will keep drilling, you will keep moving forward. Okay? The last tool that you are going to be using for your research or census data, you really want to take the time, just like for city and local research, investors, especially those who are novice, tend to not think about these as tools for them to use to better understand their market. I want you to change that. I want you the person who's elevating your skill set. So you are going to be looking at census data. You want to review population trends. You want to review household income and employment sectors. This is critical. You need to understand the historical trend in the city that you are about to invest in. Some of this stuff may already be knowledgeable to you if you grew up in that city. But if you're investing in a city that you're not very familiar with, your research has to match your experience with that city. So you now understand how to research your market. Okay, so we started the whole conversation talking to you about how to research your market. You understand that. Once you know what market you want, the next step is finding the right property. Before you go, follow me on my other platforms. On my business channel for career, business, and money strategies to build your corporate exit strategy. On my lifestyle and travel vlog for the real life behind the strategy. And on my podcast From Corporate to CEO for daily side business tips and motivation. But the real work happens in the community. This is where we support each other and build this together. Same values, same season, and same direction. I'll see you there.